you into their world. It's not just chickens and the Angus herd. So take off your boots, relax, and go beyond the ranch.
Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of the weekly roundup on the Beyond the Ranch channel. I'm Mike.
I'm Erin.
And thanks for coming out and joining us on this beautiful Sunday evening here in Gillette, Wyoming. 27 degrees, but we're looking for temperatures like up in the 60s here pretty quick, aren't we?
50s, yeah, like...
It's insane.
Like, we got like 2 weeks of nice weather coming our way.
Well...
and then it'll probably snow.
And then it'll snow, yeah. Like I said in the last video, we have March. We're now into March. It's the first day of March, right?
Yeah.
Today's the first day of March. March is a crazy wackadoodle kind of month around here. Sometimes it can be beautiful. Sometimes it'll be snowy and horrible. So
it's going to be 55 next Saturday.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be floating away because we still have a lot of snow that's going to melt, and the ground is frozen.
Oh my gosh,
so that creates ponds.
There's like 6 days that it's not going to freeze. That means we don't have to do row cover.
No, that's good because I gotta go get rid of some poo is kind of what my plan is.
So
I'm gonna get rid of some of that. So
I told you should take the paddle boat out to Pooh Lake.
I don't know if the paddle boat. I need like a rowboat.
It would be for like dramatic effect, like I'm stuck in Pooh Lake without a
paddle.
Yeah.
You're funny.
I'm up Pooh Lake.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We really do appreciate it. William Dunn has a good point that you never trust the weather forecast beyond about 3 days.
I know,
in
but
Wyoming. You never know. You never know what's going to happen there.
The exciting thing for me this time of year is obviously like I have stuff growing in the high tunnel, but we're taking row cover on and off every day.
Yep.
And so if we get a few nights that it's above freezing at night, then I can leave it off, and that's just really exciting. The plants get more sunshine because it's like 11 o'clock sometimes before we get around to it, and they'll just get to be a little bit sturdier without. The colder they can tolerate, like the hardier the plants get. So it's actually good.
That goes for people too,
yeah.
By the way. Speaking of people and new people in the world, you may notice our moderators are here with us tonight. We've got Matt Fensel, Lori Habel, William Dunn is floating around in there somewhere, and missing tonight is Bill the Tractor Man, who is not here tonight, but he has a very good reason why he is not here, and that is because the newest addition to their family came just a few minutes ago as Oliver was born. Oliver the Tractor Man, I'm guessing, was born. He was born a little bit early, 36 weeks, so he's a month early, but this kid weighed 8 pounds and 4 ounces. So I'm betting that Mrs. Tractor Man is happy he's a little early, probably spared some suffering there. But
we didn't have a kid over 7 pounds.
No.
And Lincoln was only like 3 days early. Yeah. Nobody weighed more than 7 pounds. So congratulations.
Yes, really congratulations, exciting. Bill and your wife and the whole family. A whole new... I remember bringing home like even after we had 2 girls and we brought home Lincoln, and it was just like, oh, we're starting this whole thing all over again, and that's what we do every year on the ranch. So, I mean, we deal with calves, but it was kind of I remember that day.
I'm glad we're done having kids, though.
Are you sure?
I am. Okay. I get sad, like Lincoln's getting big.
Yeah. He is getting big.
Yeah, like I signed him up for kindergarten. We don't know if he'll go to kindergarten because he's a summer birthday, but I did sign him up. I was like, oh, we'll do the screening. We'll see where he's at.
Right.
But the thought of him being gone like all day next year kind of breaks my heart.
What are you going to do with your day when you have no kid?
I don't think he's going to go to kindergarten.
Okay. You don't think he's going to go to kindergarten?
No, I don't. He's kind of slow.
Oh, JB Weld made drinks tonight, and this thing is really strong.
Yeah. No more kids for us. We're good. It's nice to be done with that phase in our lives of babies.
Yeah, I remember, like, I wish I would have done, like, the Kodak moment thing more, because, like, the big moments in your life, you think that it's like when you turn 18 and you can vote, and when you turn 21 you can drink. The biggest, most satisfying day of my life was, I think, when I changed Lincoln's last diaper.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
no more diapers. I wish I would have like commemorated that moment in some form or fashion. I should have bronzed the diaper or something.
I mean, with those things, like, you don't really know when it's going to be the last one, though. Like,
True.
you know.
You just keep taking pictures.
I know, like when it was just
Oh,
like
that's not the last one.
when he was fully potty trained during the day, like that was a big exciting moment when it was like no more date. Like I was like, I'm not buying any. We'll buy pull-ups. We weren't gonna buy.
We did switch to pull-ups, and it was like, oh
well,
my
for
gosh.
nighttime and stuff. But yeah, I mean, those were exciting moments. It's funny, like those are the things I think of too. Like when Lincoln could wipe his own butt, that was exciting.
That's another big day in our lives. We have very, very low standards.
Mackenzie,
Nobody needs to hit the lottery around here. We just need no more diapers.
Yeah. Mackenzie can brush her own hair.
Kind of.
Like kind of, yeah. Good enough.
It's, you know, watching kids grow up. I mean, it's a huge. You're right. It is. You know, as you see Lincoln get older and he doesn't need you as much, or you know, eventually, like the kids won't want you to tuck them in. Right?
I know.
I think kids grow out of that. I mean, I did when I was like, you know, 35. And like, you know, they grow out of things, or they come home from school and you don't see them, you know, until the next morning when they want food or
Mackenzie's
whatever.
already like a preteen. Like, man, she had some attitude today, and
She did have a
much
little
rather
attitude.
like just hang out in her room by herself. And she got mad because I told her to pick up. I was like, get over it and pick up your crap. I didn't make this mess.
I do think, Melissa, that you are correct. The entire ranch revolves around poo.
We have some super chats.
We do have a super chat. JB Weld with a 99-cent super chat, didn't have much to say, and Lawrence Post
He
with
had a poo emoji.
Oh, did he?
A
Oh,
chocolate ice
okay.
cream emoji.
Oh, a chocolate ice cream emoji. And Lawrence Post with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Lawrence. Appreciate that. Also, a question
you,
from Chris Nickel. What are the dimensions of your high tunnel?
They're 30 foot wide by 72 foot long. Both of them are.
Very
and they're
cool.
30 feet apart. And they're 12 foot tall in the center.
Yeah, 12 feet tall in the center. I think we're going to get a little bit of a report coming up tonight about the high tunnels, and also because we didn't make a video about the high tunnels, and we haven't done a video about microgreens yet, but you're getting into the microgreen business, so we're going to do a video about microgreens. But
Let's see if I don't screw it up first. I did my first planting today. Well, I'm doing some trial basils for a client, and so that's been going pretty well, but now
for
today...
a client?
It's a client.
You have a client?
Well, it's for EPP.
Well, that's
it's
not
for
a
the
client.
nonprofit. It's a partnership with
Are
the
you
nonprofit.
trying to sound bigger than you are?
Yeah, I'm growing them for somebody so they can make something.
For a client. Who is yourself?
But there's another business involved. Okay?
Which is you.
But I'm not making the end product. I'm just
Okay.
supplying an ingredient.
All right.
Okay, so
All
I'm
right.
doing some basil. We're testing.
Later on today, I'm going to do dishes for a client of mine.
You don't get it.
No, I'm going to just make you happy. I'll do some dishes.
I'm not your client. I'm your wife. You have to do the dishes. It's a partnership with a local meadery in town, and we're making a special fundraiser mead for our Edible Prairie project.
Okay, Owen Hardy has a question. A question here. What the heck is a microgreen?
Oh, okay.
We went through this last
Yeah, we
week,
talked
but
about
this
it last
is
time.
fun. So hold on to your hats here.
So it's so like the most common ones that you'll see, like probably at your farmer's market, is things like peas and sunflowers, and they are 4 to 6 inches tall, and they're grown to either their cotyledon leaves, which is the first leaves that emerge outside of the seed, or to their true leaves just barely emerge. So they're just a micro plant. They're super nutrient dense. They're really crunchy, and they taste like a radish. Microgreen tastes like a radish.
but they're
pea.
really, really tiny.
Well, like peas and sunflowers are big, like thick, but like a radish is tiny. Yeah, they're just little tiny. You put them on salads or in wraps. You juice them.
I always, and I need to send this to.
We'll see more of it as they're growing.
What I need to do is get a hold of Mike Rowe, and we're gonna have Mike Rowe on the show, and we're gonna have him
He's not gonna come on the
turn
show.
into the Incredible Hulk, and then that'll be Mike Rowe Green.
He's not going to come on the show.
You totally just missed my joke.
I got your joke, but it's lame.
Oh, right in the heart. Oh gosh.
Thank you, Dr. Dixon, for your very, very generous super chat. Thank you, JB Weld.
Thank you, Dr. Dixon. Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you very much.
That'll buy a lot of microgreen seeds.
Are the seeds more expensive, or are they
No.
like fraction of the cost?
Yeah, they're pretty reasonably priced. But
Okay.
you buy them.
I never thought about this. Does it cost more to grow microgreens than it does to grow macro greens? Where are we going to grow these microgreens?
In the garden. Yeah, no, so I was doing, like, now I'm figuring out, like, how much I seed and like, a tray and stuff, and I'll be figuring out my yields and everything. So, I mean, there's tons of YouTube videos about how to... Thanks, JB Weld.
$1 million!
There's lots of microgreen videos on YouTube about how to be profitable in the microgreen business. So yeah, you make money off of it, and you sell them by the ounce. Like they're typically $2 to $3 for an ounce.
You bought a drug dealer scale to sell these things, or whatever you're doing with it.
Well, that's to measure out my seed. But yeah, I mean, when I package it and stuff, it's usually 2 to 3 ounces per variety, and go in a container.
When you get pulled over and they're like, "What's this for?" You know, and you're going to be like, "I sell basil." And they're going to be like, sure
but
you do.
I do sell basil.
And that's what the little baggies are for too.
Clam
I imagine
shells.
if you have to put microgreens in little baggies too.
Clamshells.
Clamshells. This is all way too fancy for me. JB Weld, thank you for the $20 or $20 super chat. $19.99. What, are we getting text or something? What's going on? That's just weird. Anyway, Michael,
Dr. Dixon had a $1.99 super chat, and it said like 100, and then he did the $99.99, and it said 100. And JB Weld's being a smart aleck.
He is. So, Michael Outdoors asked what I'm drinking tonight. It is 7 and 7, just like usual. I'm kind of a creature of habit that way. And he also asked, how is the grow room?
That's great.
You were in there today. So this is the worst part about having a grow room, though, is that I don't know where the hell you're at half the time.
I'm in the grow room.
I know, but I'm not used to that yet, right?
I know.
So I like wander around the house, and I'm like, I'm like a lost kid, right? I'm like, I don't know where you're at.
No, it's really nice.
Where's my client? I can't find my client anywhere.
It's really nice, except for like I don't quite have everything that I need. Like I needed a knife today, and I left some stuff in the house, and I needed to go find some pavers because you have to weigh down the microgreens while they're germinating. So like I needed some pavers to put on top. I mean, so I'm just like, I have a shopping list of stuff I need. But I mean, it works. I am enjoying it. Like,
Chef Tiny uses microgreens.
Yeah.
We need to talk to Chef Tiny about putting beef jerky in his restaurant. We need to talk about that. Okay. He could put it on the menu, right? Our Wyoming Life, beef jerky.
Oh, everyone wants to know
in
about
a
your
clamshell.
shirt. Oh no, it'll dry out in a
Okay,
clamshell.
in whatever it's in. Anyway, what's going on with my shirt?
Everyone wants to know about your shirt.
This is my shirt. This is my America's Sports Farmer shirt, which you know, there's I got to start on this end. Horse, chicken, pig. I'm
Goose.
guessing a goose.
That's a goose.
And then a cow, and then the American flag.
Boy cow or girl cow? Girl cow.
I don't know. I didn't look that. Oh, yep, girl cow.
Cow, not bull.
But I decided to wear this shirt because if you want to read some ignorant crap, honestly, don't watch the Bloomberg video again, because I know you've all watched it 100 times. But
I mean, you can watch it again.
you can watch it again.
Watch the ad. Watch the Bloomberg ad.
Yeah, watch the Bloomberg ad that plays ahead of it and behind it. And the interesting part of it is that if you read the comments, that's the stuff. I told Erin this morning, I could start a book that's called Why People Hate Farmers. And I could just fill up that book with comments that have been made on this video.
So
it's
where'd
ridiculous.
Where'd you get your shirt?
So if you, I don't know if this is done yet. We actually...
It's mostly done.
It's mostly done. We actually started up something. We're teaming up with Amazon, and we've opened up an Amazon store.
Well, we've had one.
We've had one, but we're actually doing it now and we're getting it done. And you can go to our Amazon store, which is amazon.com/shop/Our Wyoming Life. And I'm hoping this shirt is on there. I actually got it from Amazon. If you can't find it, then just search on Amazon for farm cow flag shirt. I don't know what it was.
Matt, do you have the link to the Amazon store? Did you
Probably
give that
not.
to Matt?
No, I did not. I kind of forgot about that. So, anyway, yeah, it's Amazon/shop.
Amazon.com.
Amazon.com/shop/Our Wyoming Life. You can go in there, and basically what we've done is, it is an affiliate type deal, so we do make a little bit of, if you click on something and you buy it, we make a little percentage off of it, like 6% or...
6 to 8%.
Yeah, something like that. And... but if you do go in there, there's all kinds of stuff, like, you know, stuff that we've used around the ranch, stuff that we've used in different videos, books that I've used to learn about farming and ranching, everything, the kinds of glasses I wear, glow room stuff.
The grow room stuff, the lights I'm using, you know, the fertilizer I use. Yeah, all kinds of different stuff. So there's different categories, and we're going to be adding to it. Like it's mostly done, but not quite all the way done. So yeah, we're going to just keep adding to it. And of course, like if new stuff shows up in videos, it will be, it'll be added. So
exactly.
If you do purchase something, thank you very much. It doesn't cost you guys any more, but like Mike said, it is an affiliate program, so we do make a small percentage, like 6 to 8% comes directly to us instead of to Amazon.
Yep, so you can check that out. And I'll put a link down in the description. I want to do something here really quick, something really fun and I think is going to be a little different. Bill the Tractor Man is here right now. Bill has helped us out with our channel since probably pretty close to the beginning. He's been a moderator for over a year now, and he just had, well, he didn't have, but his wife just had Oliver, their newest little boy. I would like everybody on the count of 3. Now, I want everybody to type in congratulations or congrats or something along those lines. And then on the count of 3, we're all going to hit enter at the same exact time. I want to see this happen, right? So everybody calm down. Settle down. Everybody type in congratulations. Everybody type in thank you or congrats, Bill, whatever you want to type. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Are you ready? JB Weld, are you ready? Matt? Dave? Okay, you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hit enter. I want to see this happen. This will be cool. Somebody said something about the shirt. Why the shirt? I didn't think you completed your thought. I didn't think I had a thought about that. Look at those. Look at that coming. Oh my gosh, cool. That's so awesome. Congratulations, Bill. We appreciate everything you do for the channel, and we hope that you and your wife are going to have a great night. Now go hang out with your wife and get out of here, man. You can leave us alone, all right? Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, you just like the shirt.
I just like the shirt. I think that...
But you were talking about the comment section.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think that it's really weird because you talk about the disconnect between the average American and farming and ranching and agriculture in general. And it's easy, even for me, because I'm surrounded by you guys, right? So it's kind of like preaching to the choir kind of thing. So a lot of times I even forget how much of a disconnect that there is. And so, it's... when I start reading comments that are coming through on like the Bloomberg video and how there are people that literally hate farming.
Yeah.
I mean, hate it
small.
with a passion, like passionate people who have like very passionate reasons. I read one comment from a guy that grew up on a farm and is mad because farming has advanced with technology. And he's mad about that. I mean, whatever it is. So, yeah, I mean it is what it is. But this shirt, when I saw it, I was like, this is what we need. This is what we need. We need America standing behind farmers.
Yeah.
And we don't have that.
So I'm part of there's an agricultural Facebook group that I am a member of. You tried to join yesterday and you got denied because I didn't think you were the real Michael Galloway.
That's funny. This is a funny story. You got to start at the beginning.
I'm going to start at the beginning.
Start at the beginning.
Okay.
Start at the beginning. Go back to the beginning.
So
the beginning.
Shush.
Facebook.com.
So a news outlet out of Jackson Hole picked up the Bloomberg video last week, right? And so it's been circulating, and occasionally through my Facebook newsfeed, Mike's face shows up. So this group that I'm part of, not all things agriculture, a different group, it finally made its way to that group. And I was like, oh, here's your face, ha ha, funny. And I'm reading the comments. The first comment is, why does this guy has too nice of a tractor and boo hoo hoo, and he shouldn't have this tractor. And a moderator did jump on and said, this is absolutely inappropriate, and we do not do any agricultural shaming in this group, and if you can't behave, you will be asked to leave, because big egg puts down small egg puts down big egg, and we do not need to talk negatively, but we have a hard enough time in this country. In the world, we don't need to talk negatively to each other about things like the size of our tractor or how new our tractor is or the things that we have, or whether you inherited it or you bought it, or we're all fighting the same fight, right? Grow more food, make some money, maybe, and keep the land for somebody else to grow food on. It's all the same fight. We have so much hate from the outside, we don't need it in our own community.
Yeah. So this is the Cow Talk group, which we'll give them.
I'm gonna say who it was.
It's fine. People can go join the Cow Talk group, and this group, Erin is part of the group.
I've been for years.
Yeah, and I don't think they don't think I'm really who I am. So it's just like
you requested to join, and they're like, no.
So and it is probably because I have a Facebook page that nothing happens on.
You never posted.
No,
anything.
I never do anything. I have a Facebook page so I can have an Wyoming Life Facebook page.
Yeah.
So I never do anything. I have hundreds of friends, but like I don't do anything. So they probably looked down and they were like, nope, you're out. So, yeah. So anyway, tonight, what we're going to talk about on tonight's show is the fact that we are inviting people to come and visit the ranch. This is a whole new adventure for us, and it is part of that whole...
we've been inviting people to the farm store since June.
Oh, yeah, but I'm inviting people to stay overnight. You don't invite people to stay overnight in the farm store.
I have a house.
What?
They're staying in a house. It's not like they're staying in the shop or in our basement.
No, but they are staying overnight on the ranch.
Yes.
Right?
We'll cross the road.
Okay. Anyway.
we can get a gate.
We could.
We might be getting a gate.
We could set up a guard. So yeah, what we wanted to we wanted to talk about
Let's get a guard shack.
We could put Steve Cameron in it, and he can check IDs as people come through. We talk about people coming and visiting the ranch, and that's part of that whole getting closer to agriculture, knowing where your food comes from, all that kind of good stuff, and. We are just getting ready to open up the farmhouse for visitors through Airbnb. I literally, an hour ago was still over there working, getting stuff set up, basically moving in furniture and that kind of thing. So we are in the process of doing that. We also signed up with a company that's called Harvest Hosts, where if you're an RVer,
or a fifth wheeler,
or whatever you may be, you can actually stay on the ranch in your RV or your fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can park over there.
Well, that's staying on the ranch, literally. Come on. So anyway, but inviting other people to come and visit on the ranch isn't the only thing we've been doing. We have a good friend of ours who, I think he's a friend now, I'm not really sure, who's been working his way to the ranch here for a little while, and that's the Armchair Rancher.
Wrenching from his keyboard, he doesn't even have to move. He's the armchair rancher, and he already knows more than you.
Hey gang, it's me, the Armchair Rancher, ranching with you from behind keyboard and monitor. Okay, whatever. You know what? I don't care. I've been trying to get to the ranch for weeks. I'm finally gonna get a chance to show Mike what I've been telling him for almost a year now, and that's that I know what I'm talking about. And I have something to offer, even though he might just think I'm some know-it-all punk, but he needs to know what I have learned from the University of YouTube and, of course, Lonesome Dove. But guys, it looks like I might not make it. I'm cold, I'm hungry, I'm down to my last bag of Funyuns and my last case of Mountain Dew, and I don't have anything left but feather nuts in my backpack. And all the knowledge that I have in here, it might end with me. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. It's just me and some dang cows. And all I can do is just hope for a sign. Bambi? Bambi, is that you? Oh my gosh, it's Bambi! Bambi, how are you, girl? I've dreamed of you. You're so awesome, and now you're like right here. And oh, by the way, Bambi is a ridiculous name for a cow. We're gonna have to change that, and that's one of the many pieces of advice that I have for your buddy Mike when I finally get to meet him. Some changes are coming, Bambi, and I'm telling you, I have so many ideas that no one has ever thought about, so much knowledge, and oh my gosh, your life is so gonna be changed. Bambi, take me to the ranch. Where's your saddle? Oh, well, if you carried it with you, I could ride you. That's just something else we're gonna have to fix. All right, thanks, Bambi. Appreciate it. Now, I just gotta get past this security gate. Hey, look, pigs. It's locked. It must need like a security code or a combination or something. Well, I guess the only thing I can do is just go up and over. Easy peasy. Look at this. It's the ranch. Look, there's tractors. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, look there's the shop. If I look at, there's the license plate wall inside. OMG. That's where they live, where I will be welcomed with open arms. After all, who wouldn't want me as part of their teams? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can barely breathe. Here we go.
Somebody's at the door. Ah, son of a...
He's the armchair rancher, and he already knows more than you.
Oh, that's funny stuff right there. Yeah, the armchair rancher is now on site. This might turn out badly. It might be the first character ever killed off on our Wyoming Life. Maybe. I'm beyond the ranch anyway. First character ever killed off. I don't know. We'll find out. I think we got a long, hard summer ahead of us is what we've got. Pretty sure. Are you okay?
Can't wait to meet him.
Yeah. Be careful. He might try stealing you away from
He
you.
might.
He's pretty cool.
Luckily, I can open gates, so
Yeah.
that little hinge, that'll get you.
It'll get you every time. I don't know how many times I've seen people come to the ranch, and I'll be like, hey, open that gate.
No.
And sometimes I just do it just to mess with people. Be like, hey, go open that gate. And they'll,
You might have just explained that on a video.
maybe. It's a weird gate.
Well, all the gates have it.
Not every single one, but a lot of them do. The Powder River gates have it.
Yeah. It's
And
to keep a cow from opening the gate.
Yeah, cows will rub their head on that lever and eventually pop the gate open.
Yeah.
So,
There's a little, like half a U that you flip down. It's a good indication of whether or not you're a city kid or if you've been around cows or livestock or anything. So.
or if you've been around Powder River gates.
Yeah.
I mean, a gate's a gate. Quinn said that Erin can compost the armchair rancher right along with that cow that's getting composted out there, so might work out well.
Yeah.
AJ Lewis asked if we're still doing a video of the farmhouse. We sure are. That video is coming out on Tuesday, and I'm kind of tying it in. I'm coordinating it with the launch of the Airbnb for the farmhouse, which will be it's a new trip, new avenue that we're going down here.
We'll see how it goes. We'll do it
Yeah.
until somebody ruins it.
See, the point is with the farmhouse, it's been empty for a long time, right? We had renters in that farmhouse. It ended up getting a little bit trashed from the renters that were in there. We went through, we fixed it all up, spent years fixing it back up. It is back up and running. And the point is that that we can invite people to stay on the ranch. Of course, it costs you money to stay in the ranch. It's just like any other hotel or anything. It's actually probably cheaper than a hotel. But you can have up to 6 people stay in the ranch house, and that you get to stay on the ranch. Now, you don't get to work on the ranch. Not everybody's, there may be like certain situations where, maybe you could come over and help pull weeds or something.
I mean, that's going to
But
be... like
it's not like a guaranteed you're going to come work.
No, and to start out with, I don't think that'll be an option. We don't have the insurance set up that way. We want everybody, come over during the farm store hours. We want to meet people, but kind of when the farm store's open is when people can come over and interact with us, because we still have our lives to deal with and all the work that comes with the ranch and this YouTube craziness.
Right.
We'll probably stop over, and even if you're not there when the farm store hours are open, we'll probably stop over and say hi. Every time we've stayed in
I think we'll meet everybody that
Yeah.
comes and stays in the house. We'll get a chance to meet them, hang out with them a little bit. We have a video coming out Tuesday where I'm going to take you through the house, show you what we've done with it, and it's gonna kind of play. I'm going to try to, I don't want to play it like an ad for, come and stay with us, but we are going to talk about, that we want people to experience the ranch life. We want people to come and visit. If you can't visit, then you can buy beef jerky, right? and you can experience the ranch life that way. I mean,
Yeah.
I talked to it. This is a funny story, and I probably shouldn't say this because now somebody else is going to try it. But we have a phone up here in the office, and somebody had called that phone, and usually that phone just rolls over to voicemail.
Yeah.
And if we answer it, you know, through the voicemail. Well, I happen to be.
We heavily screen calls.
Yeah, so I happened to be sitting here, and it rang, and I answered it. And a guy on the other end of the line, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was from Maine, and he said hello, and I was like, yeah, hello, and is this Mike? And I was like, yeah, this is Mike, and I must have been like hitting the lottery at that point.
Right.
But he had ordered some beef jerky and was telling me, you know, that he just wanted to call and thank us for the beef jerky. And one of the conversations that we got into was that a lot of people have never had like real beef jerky. You get beef jerky from the grocery store, you get it from, I mean, and there are real beef jerkies, don't get me wrong, but you know, sometimes you get that beef jerky that's like a cold chicken nugget.
Yeah.
That's not beef jerky, right? So we got a chance to talk about beef jerky and everything else that came with it, and the fact that he lives in Maine and that's as close as he can get to the ranch, right? Is having beef jerky. So
But he can taste the ranch.
you can taste the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We smear some poo on each piece because everything comes back to poo.
Smells like poo right now. Yeah, window coverings are done. There's one set that needs to be hemmed.
Yeah. We didn't go all out with the window coverings
we get
right
some
away.
Menards 11% off curtains. And holy crap, man, I still spent a ton of money.
I know, isn't it crazy? You know, the funny part is that like part of the ranch, you know, doing the farmhouse and renting the farmhouse and doing the Airbnb thing, part of that is to preserve the farmhouse on the ranch. Like if it sat empty, it would waste away. It would just, like any empty building does, eventually they just fall apart.
Yeah.
So like one of mine anyway, I don't know about yours, but like, you know, being able to have people stay there and take that money and be able to put it back into the house. So replace windows, paint the place, redo the siding, whatever needs done.
Yeah, siding and windows are windows.
Yeah, and it does have a basement underneath it, but that basement was actually flooded at one time, so we actually gutted the basement. But you know, I mean, there's that house has so much history and so much, you know, I mean, just the things that have happened in that house. Gary, our neighbor from down the road, was helping me move in furniture today, and he was telling me stories because he had been in that house, you know, 30, 40 years ago, and he was telling me about the people that were in that house, and they had a bear paw, like a black bear or a brown bear paw on one of the tables. And I guess this is like a taxidermy thing or something. And Gary said, "What's up with the paw?" And they said, "Oh, we shot that bear, you know, literally a few hundred feet from the house."
We don't have it. It'd be cool.
No, we don't have it. I wish we did. But if anybody has a bear paw they want to send us, we can make it like a commemorative one or something. But I mean, that's really cool that there's so much history that went through that house.
Yeah.
And just the fact that we can keep that house alive really does mean a lot to me. So if you guys, if any of you guys who are here and ever come and stay in the house, I'll tell you the same thing. Like, it is important to us to be able to have people come in there and experience the history of that house. And we've got stuff up on the walls that's we're going to talk about on Tuesday, but it's really cool, and I'm actually very proud of it. So
yeah,
very cool. Bengalator 1 asked, "What is your target weight to when you're ready to sell calves?" It depends. We're aiming usually about that 550 mark. Somewhere in there is kind of where we're going to end up. So that's what we like to look at. Gaither Locksmithing, how did you like the World Ag Expo? It was warm. There was a lot of people. I've really kind of gotten. I don't know. Are you like this? When there's a lot of people, does it like make you like twitchy?
Yeah.
I went into Walmart not too long ago, and it's worse when you have 3 kids, right? So it was me and all 3 kids in Walmart.
I mean, that just right there.
And I was just like, I got to get the hell out of here, right? So then we left there, and I told the kids, since they were so good in Walmart, that we would just go get some ice cream. And we went to the Frosty Cow, which is some friends of ours that own an ice cream shop here in town. And I stopped by there, and they were so busy. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
like,
they were doing a little event, and
I told Kenzie, so we were waiting for ice cream, and Kenzie's ice cream came first. So I gave her ice cream, and I said, "Kenzie, you can go stand outside if you want to." And she looked at me like I was crazy. She was like, "Why would I want to go stand outside?" And I was like, "Because I want to go stand outside."
I mean, they go to school with hundreds of kids.
I
I
guess.
think there's like 300 kids or something in their school for K through 6. So I mean, she's used to that.
True.
Whereas
true.
we're like, nope.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's some crazy stuff. Tree, saw, limb, nah, birch. Did Erin's folks live in the house? No.
No.
Actually, the house is the original farmhouse, and Gilbert bought this ranch back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So when Gilbert bought this ranch, he actually just rented it out. He never lived in that house.
Gilbert never lived on this ranch.
No, he never did. He
lived
had a
on the-
homestead where, well, actually his family homesteaded in Yale, South Dakota. I think it was Yale. And then they came here and they had land here, and that's where Gilbert lived on the ranch.
Yeah, north of town. We're south of town.
Yep, exactly.
And so, yeah, and then they lived in the whole time my mom and Gilbert were married, they lived in town.
Right.
They actually didn't live on the ranch at all. So when Mike and I moved out here in spring of 2009, well, like February of 2009, we moved to the ranch.
We were the first family members to live on the ranch.
To live on this ranch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's part of the reason that we are so protective of the ranch, number one. But I mean, it's our home. I mean, this is
Yeah.
obvious. This is where we have lived since we came here.
Yeah,
basically.
I
I mean,
mean-
we lived in your mom's basement for a while, and that was just a hoot. But
Yeah, so since like February of 2009, we've lived on the ranch for a long time by ourselves. Like my mom lives here now. There was always renters across the road, but you know, even like when my mom built her house and we were like, oh, it's going to be different having her here. She doesn't bother us. Like, you know, like your mom's moving next door. Like, is she going to be like, knock, 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 I'm here? But she's not. Like, we all just kind of do our own thing and mind our business. Like if I see her leave, I'm not like, where are you going? What are you doing? Unless I'm like, hey, can you get me something in town?
can you stop at the store and get me new little baggies for my microgreens because I'm out of baggies?
Can you get the kids? I mean, that's generally, can you get the kids or we need milk?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, like it works great. We help each other out, but also leave each other alone. But it'll be different to have people across the road. We did, you know, before Ranch Roundup and stuff this year, the Fensels and the Rushes stayed over there. The Rushes stayed in the house during haying. There was good energy when everybody was here. We were also just really busy and
Nobody really stayed in the house. We were like just they slept in the house. That was
we ate
pretty
some
much
food
it.
over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be good. And then there's still going to be like big blocks of time when unfortunately the house is not going to be available because we do, you know, still have people coming to help us with Ranch
Like
Roundup.
if my family comes and visit, they stay in the house.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But
So we're going to selfishly use it for our own needs and our own friends and family first.
is that selfish? We own the thing. Come on.
Yeah, and then we'll have it available for you guys as often as possible. So
I think it'll be a lot. I think it'll be. I really do hope that you know, it's going to be something that people can enjoy while they're here, respect while they're here,
Yeah.
and respect the history of the place and all the work that we put into it too at the same time. But I mean, like we've you know, there's the John Deere room where we've got one of the bedrooms is John Deere themed, and it's all Gilbert's John Deere crap in that room, you know, and the other room's going to be chicken house or something like that. I don't know. We really haven't figured that one out, but
yeah, there's like one chicken in it.
there is a chicken in there. So I mean, you know, I think it'll be a great way for people to connect with what we're doing, the history of the ranch, and everything else that goes with it. So I think it's going to be really cool.
No calves yet. We're still like a month away,
Yeah,
technically from due date. We're probably a good 2 weeks away.
I'm guessing. I mean, there's always that. It's going to happen, and I'll tell you how it's going to happen. I'll break it down for you. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. Erin will have gotten up probably about 10 or 15 minutes before me. She will already have her cup of coffee, and she'll be looking out the window, and she'll look out the window, and she'll go, "Is that a calf?" And then I'll look out the window, and I'll say, "No, I think it's a pile of poop." And then
I'll be like, no, you need to go check.
yeah, then she'll say, "No, I think it's a calf. You need to go look at it." And then I'll say, "But I really want to enjoy my coffee," and she'll say, "Put in a go mug.
It's
Go
cold
check
out.
it." Yeah. That's exactly what'll happen. That is how Gunther was born.
Yeah.
Our first calf that we had on YouTube. So.
Yeah, I mean, even now, like, cows naturally separate themselves off. Like,
Yeah.
there was a cow sitting over in the corner of the home pasture the other day by herself, and the other cows were around, but she was sitting over there all by herself.
You're watching her.
I'm like, what's she doing?
Yeah.
Why do you need some alone
Cows get
time?
no privacy this time of their life, right? So if a cow lays down by itself and there's not another cow within 20 feet of it, now that cow could have BO. That's always a possibility.
I mean,
it could
she could
stink.
just like that spot.
She could like that spot. Nobody might like her, but we're going to go bug her about it. We're going to be like, we're like the bullies in the situation, right? We'll be like, we'll roll over, hey, why doesn't anybody want to hang out with you? What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? What's going on? Are you having a baby? Do you smell? What's the problem?
Can I look at your girl parts?
Yeah, exactly. Can you stand up? I know you're laying down. I know you're comfortable, but I'm going to need you to get up now. Yeah. And they're going to be like, dang it.
Why is your tail twitching?
Yeah, exactly.
You got an itch?
It's the same reason that every calf on the ranch hates me, because every day during cold weather, at least, like, I'm out getting every calf up
every 2 hours,
every couple hours, and they're just like, they'll see me coming, they're just like, oh, son of a, really? I'm sleeping here. And I'm like, get up, let's go. We got to make sure you can stand up and move around. They hate me.
Make sure they're alive.
I wish I had a job where people liked me, really.
They get over it. I mean, you're just trying to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Literally just trying to keep them alive.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the armchair rancher. I think we've hit that point in the show where we're going to answer some questions and kind of see what you guys are up to, because now everybody knows what we're doing. William Dunn does say that he misses carrot cake from the ranch. I miss carrot cake.
There's some in the farm store every week.
I don't have any money. I can't even step foot in the farm store because she's like, hey, what are you going to buy? I'm like, I have no cash.
You can just.
You need to put an ATM in the farm store.
Yeah, sure.
Can we do that?
Yeah, because then we won't get broken into.
JB Weld asked, do you often have dreams about calving or haying? It had to have happened before. I don't sleep really either one of those times. Haying is hard.
Calving's hard.
But calving's harder. Yeah. I mean, I get weird broken sleep a lot of the time. I don't sleep well. I do dream quite a bit, especially if we have like a calf in the barn or a calf that's close to, it's like it's either going to die or it's going to live. That I don't sleep well at all. I've often said that I just need to put a cot in the shop and just stay down there, because I feel bad too, because I'm in and out so much throughout the night that, I'm waking you up, I'm waking kids up, gators starting up, and tractors driving around. It's a disturbing time.
It is, and this year, like, you've been parking the gator in our garage. We'll see how that goes with the kids.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna fly.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The worst thing is like, I'll usually hear you leave, but I don't always hear you come back in, and so, or sometimes I won't hear you leave, and like, I know what time you're supposed to like go out and check, and especially if it's storming. So a lot of times, like, I'll wake you up and be like, you need to go check, and you're like, I just got back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I woke you up.
You do that to me too.
I do it a lot.
You wake me up a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, and I'm like, because I'll sneak in and out. I really try to put on like my sneaky shoes.
Maybe we need to put like a whiteboard or something beside the bed, and you can be like, 2 a.m. check, done. Returned.
You're not going to look at that.
Returned at 2:14.
No, you're not going to look at that. You're going to reach over and go check the cows, because you're not even going to open your eyes. You don't even open your eyes when you go check the cows.
I do, because I look at the clock, and then sometimes I'll lay there and be like, is his alarm going to go off? Did he go check the cows? Did I miss it?
So I have.
Maybe you need to text me.
But I'll put a lot of times, if you ever notice, if you go back and look at the videos, a lot of times during calving season, I wear that stupid Fitbit thing, because the Fitbit has an alarm that'll vibrate the Fitbit. So I have a Fitbit for that reason. I don't care how far I walk or what I'm eating. Nobody gives a crap. But that thing will shake me awake, right? Sometimes. Sometimes. It has been times that I've slept through it. Yeah. But so I'll wear that Fitbit during calving. So if you watch a lot of the calving videos, I'm actually wearing that stupid thing, and that's what will wake me up. And then that doesn't wake you up.
Yeah.
So that works out well. But then I get woken up as soon as I come back and slide into bed. So that's how it works. All right. William Fitzer asks, what's the plan for the new chicken coop? Really not a new chicken coop, but we're working on a new area, a new run.
Yeah, I asked for this last year and it didn't happen.
Yeah, you did.
No, so I'm crossing that off the list. I mean, I would
you don't
love
want it now?
Well, I would love it, but I want frost-free water for the high tunnels in the wintertime.
I did talk to Gary about that today.
That is my new high priority. Please, I would love water in the high tunnel in the wintertime.
Okay, so I talked to Gary about that today.
Oh my God,
Gary is our neighbor. He's the closest thing that I have to a friend that lives around here, and we talked about getting a big ass trencher and just like knocking it out in a day.
Yeah.
So you'll have to talk to him about it.
From Hayfield well or house?
No,
well?
from the Hayfield well. He actually has a plan. We have to wait for the frost to come out of the ground.
Yeah.
So
I don't need it till next winter. So right now what I have to do to water in the wintertime is I drag a hose to my mom's house. I've made a video about it. And it sucks. It sucks really bad, especially when you have a cold and you have no energy. And you have to get your husband to help you, but he doesn't want to help you because it sucks.
it does suck.
And it's muddy.
And now I am doing other things also at the same time.
Nobody cares about that. I need water in the high tunnel.
Hey, I just rolled my eyes. I did it. I did it.
And so it just really sucks. And we do have a hydrant in the old high tunnel. We didn't put hydrants in the new high tunnel because like I can just water off this hydrant. We use that in the summertime. But yeah, the line is not completely buried. It's not below the frost line.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
only buried like 2 feet.
Yeah, we have exposed water line. It needs to be done. And so that's my goal. And the outdoor gardens need some water upgrades and stuff too. So
we'll do some line work.
yeah,
this-
I mean, I would
this
love to
summer.
have like an enclosed area for the chickens that we could lock them in. I worry this time.
Sell some of them microgreens.
I know.
Sell some of them microgreens, babe. All right, Melissa Curtin asked, have you ever thought of adding a dairy? We've talked about this quite a few times, getting a milk cow.
Yeah, I think I don't think we would milk a cow to like sell milk or anything, but it would be nice to have a milk cow to put our bum calves on.
But why wouldn't we have a dairy in this area? Why are there no dairies in Wyoming?
Because there's no grain.
Well, there's no place to sell it to either.
No,
They
I
don't
think
buy it because there's no place
Billings-
close by.
Billings is the closest, I believe. I'm not in the dairy business, so I think Billings is the closest place that you would be able to sell it. So you'd have to truck it all the way to Billings, which is 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
I don't even really know how to roll my eyes, Matt. Just to let you know. So I'm you do it so. It's so effortless. You know, it's just like you can do it. You don't even think about it. I have to think about it because I got to think about like right, left, up, down, which way this eye is going to go. How do your eyebrows go when you roll your eyes? So I have to physically, consciously. Is that how you
my
roll your?
God.
Is that how you roll your eyes?
I'm not going to do it.
No. Is that you just go like this? Or do you have to actually put your head into it? Wait, I'll just say something stupid here in a couple minutes. Somebody else will tell me how it works. Kyle Wessels asked about the live ranch cam, and will we be adding more live cams to the website?
They're a pain in the butt.
They are kind of a pain. So we have one live webcam, which I can pull up for you, but it's pretty damn dark.
Is it dark?
It is dark. This is the live webcam as you
It looks
see
foggy.
it right now.
What's wrong with it?
It's dark out. But I would like to add some more. The problem is that there's a security issue with them because they're notorious for people getting back into your system.
Yeah, I mean, like, we pay a lot of money so that you guys can have webcam.
Yeah, we do. And we don't charge for it. I mean, anybody can go to our website and check it out and watch it. And we tried doing a password thing on it for a while, and that didn't really fly. So we just decided to open it up. So anybody can go and watch that one webcam. I would like to put more. I'd like to have like one in the barn. I'd like to have one in the pigs. Until we find a corporate sponsor to pay for that, we're probably not going to be able to do it because the cameras aren't horribly expensive. I think the camera costs $100, but it costs a ridiculous amount of money per month to have it up and going. So.
Plus, we'd have to get internet.
To the barn.
Yeah, to the barn. And that's actually wired internet, right? Not just Wi-Fi? Is that on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's wired. I just got a text from Bill the Tractor Man. Oh, never mind. Oh, what he did say his wife Tasha was surprised and really appreciated the support from everyone. Owl is a real family, not just a community or a group. That is true. I agree. You know, if you missed it earlier, so one of our moderators, Bill the Tractor Man, had a child. His wife had a child. And we did a big congratulations for him that literally took like a minute and a half to get to scroll all the way through. It was super cool. So thank everybody for playing along with that. Obviously, it meant a lot to him. So Gerald Johnson asked if we've ever considered bison. There are some bison ranches around the area.
Yeah, there's a big one.
The infrastructure is ridiculous for bison.
Tall. It has to be tall. You need to make a video about bison.
I have tried to visit the bison ranches around here. It really hasn't gone over too well. They're very private.
Yeah, it's private and very. It is family owned, but it's they're a big.
They're huge.
I mean, they're what we would consider big agriculture in this part of the world. They have ranches all over. They produce thousands and thousands of bison and cattle in their different locations. Yeah, it's just a lot of it's a completely different infrastructure system. I mean, everything would have to be different. Our chutes would have to be different. Our cattle guards have to be different. Our fences, 5-strand barbed wire is not adequate.
Yeah.
Every single post on the fence line would have to be replaced. So converting from a cattle ranch to a bison ranch is extremely, extremely expensive. And we've seen a few people do it, and you maybe run bison for a year or two, and then they're back to cows.
What's it called when it's a cross between a bison and a cow? There's a name for that.
Oh, a beefalo.
Beefalo.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, and they are aggressive. Like, they are not, it's not like Bambi. Like, they're not.
Can you raise a Bambi buffalo? Probably.
I would imagine if you bottle feed a calf and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I find if you're interested in how bison are raised, just find some videos of some other people that are doing it. It's extremely different from cattle.
Yeah,
and their temperament. I was gonna say their temperature.
their temperature may be different too.
Different
I don't know.
Yeah, their temperament's just a lot different. It would literally cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for us to switch to bison.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. I mean, I won't say never very often, but I don't think that's ever.
You don't think
happen.
that? But M. Weber has a point. Have you ever thought about the micro cow?
I don't know what you do with those mini cows. They're super cute, like the mini Highlands.
I'm relatively sure that's a joke, but go ahead and roll on with what you're saying. No, go ahead.
The miniature Highlands, oh, they're freaking cute, man. Like, their little calves are like little teddy bear looking things.
Yeah.
But what do you do with them? You can't eat those, can you?
I'm sure you can.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's yummy.
You get lamb chops, how tiny they are. They're like 2 bites done.
I don't know.
2-bite T-bone, like a lollipop.
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Right? Lamb chops are super tiny.
I have never had a lamb chop in my entire life. Have you ever had a lamb chop?
I've had lamb. I don't know if I've had a lamb chop.
Lamb chop, if I remember right, people milk them. See, Pam knows what's going on.
The Highlands? The mini Highlands?
Oh yeah, you just have to have mini hands.
I
The lamb chops have like
the
little bone that sticks out, right?
Well, that's if you French them.
Oh.
You have to clean it off. You have to make it look like that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called Frenching. Don't you French a rack of lamb? I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. It sounds dirty. I don't know what you're doing to your lamb, but mine, I'm keeping mine pure and wholesome. Not letting it watch R-rated movies and Frenching it or whatever it is that you're doing. That's funny.
Yeah, I think beefalo is interesting. I just don't think that we'll raise beefalo.
I'm just trying. I think I had a beefalo burger one time. It wasn't bad, but I don't know if I could tell the difference between hamburger and beefalo. Honestly, there's a lot of marketing when it comes to anything to do with meat or marketing is a huge deal.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe there's a marketing video coming up. Who knows? But there's a lot to it. So
if I was going to do any type of like specialized beef, I would get into like the Black Angus and the.
We have Black Angus.
No. There's a Black Angus and the Kobe beef cross that they're doing.
Like the Wagyu beef?
No, Wagyu's different.
Oh, Wagyu's different?
Yeah.
There is a Wagyu rancher in Sheridan, by the way. I learned that the other day.
Well.
He invited me out.
Oh, really? We should go. That'd be cool. But they're doing Kobe or Wagyu. Maybe it's Wagyu, and I don't really. Isn't all Kobe beef is Wagyu, but not all Wagyu beef is Kobe or something? Oh. It's where it's raised.
It's like all.
Yeah, Wangus. Let's raise some Wangus.
Wangus is hot right now. Dan, if we count on you to know what's hot, man.
I would totally do that. Like a few of those. Sell that in the farm store. That would be fun.
Well, get on it. We know a guy over in Sheridan that's got Wagyu. And then we
have our Mutt Angus.
Mutt Angus. Yeah,
we do have some registered Black Angus ones. We could breed those.
We do have that. So all Wagyu or Kobe, but not all Kobe or Wagyu.
Something like that. So Wagyu is like a region of Japan, is what I believe, and Kobe is a very specific part of that region.
Is that like all fingers are all thumbs or fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. weird, goofy world that we live in. All right. Yeah, it's not turning into a hey conversation. Scott, you were here late. You don't get any say in what we're doing. Islands Exotic says they raise sheep. Lamb is yummy and has its own flavors. Most sheep brands are meat wool. There's a limited number of milk sheep breeds. People milk sheep.
Yeah, sheep milk cheese. That's a big thing.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. Have you tried it?
I don't like weird food.
You don't like weird food.
I don't like weird milk.
You're a big fan. You just like 2%?
Yeah. Pasteurized.
Pasteurized 2%. When I was a kid, when we had 2% milk, I always wondered what they did with the other 98%, but I just had no idea. I was like, where's the other 98%? It is not here. All ranchers are farmers, but not all farmers are ranchers. Good point there, JB. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You mean you're not a raw milk drinker? We don't do that.
When I was a kid, so there was a question that about 500 years ago about asking if I grew up on the ranch, and I did not. My dad was a professional ranch hand, and he had a stroke when I was 6, so basically I was not raised on ranches, but my dad enjoyed raw milk. Mm-hmm. And I remember going to farms as a kid, driving like our old piece of crap LTD, whatever out there, to go pick up like a gallon of milk. And I remember sitting in the back of this car, and I remember feeling the milk, and I was like, it's warm.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it warm? And then I tried it.
It comes out of the cow warm, man.
Well, no, it wasn't like warm. It wasn't like straight out of the tap warm, but it was like room temperature warm.
Yeah.
So I thought that was weird.
Gilbert used to pick some milk up from somebody out here and then drive around for a couple hours and then go put it in the fridge.
Well, and the milk in the mason jar. But I remember being in the back of the car, and Michael Outdoors asked about that. And I remember being in the back of the car, and I remember opening the screw top jar lid.
Yeah, it's probably like a half gallon.
Yeah, and I was like, can I try this? And my dad was like, yeah, try it. And it was horrible. Now, I was 5 years old, or 6 years old, or however old I was at the time.
Was all the cream on top?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Was it thick?
I think it was white. That's all I really know. It wasn't from a chocolate cow. It wasn't chocolate milk. But it was not right.
Yeah.
I mean, now some people love that. Gilbert loved buttermilk. I mean, I remember going to restaurants with Gilbert, remember that? And he'd be like, I need buttermilk. And it'd be like...
So weird.
And he always had to ask the waitress, like, can I get buttermilk? And they would look at you weird, number one. The waitress would be like, what? Well, we cook with buttermilk. And he'd be like, okay, well, you take the container that the buttermilk comes in, and you pour it in a cup, and then you bring it to the table.
He was such a jerk about it.
He was a jerk about it. And and then they wouldn't know what to charge him. Like, do we charge the same amount as for milk or for buttermilk? Yeah. Whatever. But he loved it. I've never tried buttermilk straight either. So it probably tastes a lot. Does buttermilk taste like raw milk?
I don't know.
Dan, are you out there still? Let us know these things, man. You gotta clue us city kids in.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're raised on raw milk, I mean, I think that's definitely something that you become accustomed to. I don't know.
Gosh. Prince, $9.99.
Thank you.
Hi, Mike and Erin. I love your videos and streams. I've watched almost every one of them.
No, that's not what it says.
For months now.
I've watched almost all of them for months now.
I'm always too shy to talk, and I've been working up to donating. Finally, I hope this helps. Well, thank you very much. We do appreciate that. That's very cool. And you don't have to be shy. None of us are shy around here. We all look stupid, especially JB Weld for some reason. I don't know why, but he's really good at it. Chef Tiny said lamb chops are the tenderloin of the rib bone, and it's called Frenchie. We already went over this, Chef.
Right. Well, you were late answering that comment.
Oh, was I? Oh, I'm sorry.
We got a new thing here.
We got a new thing. So we have. I'm gonna clue you guys in. We're gonna give you a little behind the scenes here.
People are like, why are they looking at the?
Yeah. So we have. So we have the chat still in front of us. We can watch the chat as it's rolling by. But we have a friend of ours who's actually our producer, who's trying to be a producer, who sends us. Type something in there, bud. Dave is actually watching the chat, and if he sees something that comes across that we need to see, he will type. I swear this works. I'm not making this up, people. There is another person out there who likes to type things in. There we go, and he's typing. I can't read it.
Back up. No.
Back up. Can you read that?
It says, hey there. You can
hey there.
Read it.
You want to say anything else? I don't know why I'm holding that stupid thing up. You can type it in the chat. But anyway, so this way we make sure we don't miss things that are happening as we as we move through. So if you see us looking down, that's what's going on. We're actually testing this new system. We don't know if it's going to work yet. So buttermilk tastes like sour cream. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Dave says we're working him to death.
He said it was going to be easy. I said, well, I don't know, but I think he's realizing this is a little bit more work than we thought it was going to be. So who knows? But it is what it is.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much, Dave, for backing us up here. And he says I'm working him to death, but I don't think. I think he's okay, really. So fresh. So Jay has been here to the ranch before from Minnesota, and he says fresh milk is the best.
Yeah, it's just I think some people like it, some people don't.
I might have to try it again. Maybe it is really good. Do you think we have 3 kids? Do you think one of them might like fresh milk?
No.
None of them?
I don't think.
Not a single one? You put chocolate in it, Lincoln will like it.
No.
No?
Nurse Tammy's helping with the comments, too.
Oh, Nurse Tammy's helping. Well, that's good.
Thanks, Nurse Tammy.
Erin's suggestion, baking banana bread. You do banana bread.
I do banana bread, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're in the area and you want banana bread.
I'm out right now.
Bengalator 2, or Bengalator 1, not Bengalator 2. I'm not sure who Bengalator 2 is. Hopes that he mentions his name, so we'll see if Dave brings it up, and if he does, then I'll mention it, okay? Try it cold, not warm. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Raw milk?
Yeah, I'm guessing. Maybe. We'll see. Who
Make sure you
knows?
get it from a trusted source.
Yeah, there's a big thing going on in Wyoming right now about
Ask about their
stuff.
sanitation practices.
Yeah,
just saying. Or do it yourself. Just saying.
Totally.
Yeah, there's an amendment to food freedom.
You can talk about it if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
So, a lot of people have asked
This is
about
a long conversation.
shorten it down. So, we talk about food freedom, which is a law that we have here in Wyoming.
Yeah.
This is a whole video in and of itself.
Yeah, so Wyoming passed food freedom in 2015, I think, and it basically allows for most foods, with the exception of meat products, to be home produced without inspection and sold directly to the informed end consumer. That's the language that is in the bill. And so now there's a change that's potentially happening. There's an amendment that's being brought forth to legislation that is going to allow for some food freedom products to be sold on retail shelves. And so they basically created a list of things that are deemed safe, and then foods that are potentially hazardous. So things like raw milk, cheeses, dairy, that's all still, baked goods that contain dairy, that's all still unsafe and has to be continued to be, if this passes, will still have to be sold directly from the producer to the consumer. Can't be in a retail shelf. But other things like salsa, pickles, baked goods that don't contain dairy could be put on retail shelves, along with the inspected products. There's good things and there's bad things about it. Let's just say that. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's been approved through the House. It's now in the Senate. I think they're going to talk about it tomorrow. That's what the schedule says. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It got kicked to a different committee than what was expected. So there's some uproar. It went to the Senate Health and Labor Committee instead of to the Senate Ag Committee. So we shall see.
Wow, that's really boring.
Raw milk is to sell raw milk is very, very, it's very, like, it depends on what state you're in, depends what county you're in. There's different, like, you can have herd shares, you can do sales, like, on
That's
the
what
farm.
I've always heard, is you like the shares.
Yeah, and that's what you used to be able to do here is, like, you get a little piece of paper that says you own 0.001% of this cow, and therefore you can consume the products off of it.
Mm-hmm.
When food freedom happened, then everybody could buy milk. Yeah, so it very depends on where you're at in the country and the laws that are pertaining to raw milk. I do think people should be able to buy raw milk. I do think, though, that you should ask what their sanitation practices are. Just saying.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Russell Shoemaker asked if we still like the twills. I like the twills. Like I said, the ride is rough. Like it does take a little bit of getting used to, because you do get used to rolling around with the big old air-filled tires. But once you kind of figure it out, like you do slow down in certain applications, things like that. So I do like them. The entire thing is made out of rubber, so all the fins and everything are rubber. And so the warmer it is, the better it is. Like I did put it in the shop and cranked up the heat in there, and yeah, it did like settle down a little bit. It wasn't as stiff. Of course, then as soon as I went outside, it was, you know,
It'll be interesting to see,
frozen
like,
again.
as you use them, if it changes.
Yeah, we're kind of talking with Michelin about maybe doing like a monthly update on the Tweels and how they are working and how, you know, how I'm trying to break them and what we're doing to them to try to tear them apart. Basically, I mean, they challenged me. They said, you know, break these. Like, just see if you can rip them apart. We want to see them broken. So obviously, we didn't pay for them. They sent them to us to break. So we're going to try to see if we can. They delaminate. That's the technical term. See if we can delaminate the Tweels. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just need to put some hours on them.
I do. You know what I really need, and I'm going to hit you up for this, but I need a grapple bucket for the Bobcat.
Why can get you a grapple bucket?
I don't know. Make a few phone calls. Call some of your clients. See if we can find one.
I just broke basil for a meadery. I don't have a grapple company. Dave?
Yeah, we need like a grapple, because then I can go clean up the dump really well with the grapple.
We're just going to have to scoop.
It's not as much fun. I want to grab.
I told you just need to make one.
I'm a guy. I want to grab and squish things.
I told you just need to like weld one and then put a pulley in the cab.
A string. Pull the grapple down. Yeah. We will see. James Faulkner says you need tiny veggies. I would agree with that. That would be microgreens. We need to sell a whole bunch of microgreens in order to make enough to get me a grapple bucket.
Get your own grapple bucket. Leave my vegetables out of your grapple bucket.
Oh,
do they make grapple buckets for the Bobcats?
They do. They make grapple buckets for the Bobcat.
Do you have to buy a whole new bucket, or can you just buy the grapple?
So I think it's a whole new bucket. It's you know, it's basically just like the grapples on the tractor.
I know what a grapple is.
Okay. I'm just explaining for other people who may not know.
You have a broken one on the 6420.
I do. I broke it today.
I saw it swinging.
I broke it today. I was digging a hole. So.
Why were you digging a hole?
I wasn't digging a hole. I was taking out more of the retaining wall.
With the tractor?
Well, the ground's frozen over there. So
You're not landscaping.
I'm trying to.
Why?
You're so out of touch with what's happening around here.
You just said
if it's not micro,
frozen.
You don't care what's going on. I'm micro landscaping.
You just said the ground is frozen.
It is.
Why are you landscaping then?
Because it's fun. Frozen ground is kind of fun.
It's all fun until you break your grapples.
Break a bolt. I'm on it. I'll put a new bolt in it. It's all good.
In 3 months.
We're going to be doing some micro landscaping along with some micro cows. Micro ranching is coming up soon, along with micro farming.
Let's start a tiny ranch.
Start a tiny ranch? We could live in a micro house?
No, I'm not moving.
No, you're not going to move? Damn. I tell you what, that micro guy, man, he's got his thumbs in everything. That dude's got it made. I need to give him a call. All right, guys, we're 7 minutes over time. I do appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun. We got a chance to try out our new system here and see how.
Oh, there was a super chat from JB Weld.
Oh, JB Weld, $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much,
There was
JB
a
Weld.
thumbs up.
Thank you very much. If you have any suggestions for us, for the ranch, for the Tweels, ways that I can break them, anything you would like to see micro, or if you'd like to just get in touch and say hi, you can send us an email at mail@ourwyominglife.com. If you like our shirt, you can go check out our Amazon store. That is now open at amazon.com/shop/ourwyominglife. All kinds of cool stuff in there for you to check out, as well as pretty much everything you've ever seen in a video.
Well, not everything. We still got a few more things to add.
It is damn near
There's
everything.
a lot of stuff in there.
It is a big store. So thank you very much to our moderators as well for hanging out with us. Matt Fensel, Lori Habel, William Dunn was here, as well as Zach Hewitt taking care of us. And congratulations to Bill, the tractor man, who little Oliver was born this evening, weighing in at 8 pounds, 4 ounces, and I can't remember how big, 19 inches? Does that sound about right for a kid? New one? 19 inches? I don't know. Smaller than a Bobcat tire? Short and stocky. He's a big kid. Congratulations to both him and Tasha, his wife, and you've got a long road ahead of you. But be sure to take a picture for that very last diaper. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you again next time. Tuesday, brand new video coming out where we're going to show you the new farmhouse and how you can come and stay on the ranch along with the Armchair Rancher, myself, Erin, the kids, and all of our micro cows. They're not going to stay with us. In the general area.
Guard shack coming soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next time right here on Beyond the Ranch.